Jesus.
You see in the distance as he's going through the slides, you see one, and he goes, whoops, and it's a screenshot of the Ring app with Jennifer Rubin outside of his door. Yeah, so you guys keep walking. I mean, like, everything's going pretty smoothly. I mean, people are still, like, crying and screaming, and there's still things going on.
It's the Black City. I mean,
it's a Black City, though. So, right, it's just sort of like most people are kind of just doing their thing, and some people are just dealing with, you see a banker, because his finances will be ruined. You see a big, tall, fat lady in an elegant dress. She walks like a tiny, fluffy dog. The trailing the dog is a worried-looking bald man. He radiates a lot of weakness, and he just like tries to empty his coin purse inside out and says in a Black City patois, "Darling, if of course I want to make you happy, but I already spent the kid's dowry money buying you that painting." And you just see like all these like little vignettes dotted throughout the Black City that you're all very familiar with and are definitely from this century and not the funnier last century.
And you also see who you recognize as Prince Blake, known as Blake the Flayed Man, is the young scion of the Red Cloak movement and of the Holy Land, is being knockout jousted by a group of BLM style. They're dressed in the BLM style. You can tell. Thugs. So you can.
We have to help him.
We
have to help him. The Holy Land security is our security.
Amen.
We have to help Blake the Flayed Man.
Okay, yeah, you see this, twinkish-looking Nork just getting jousted over and over again. They're just running by him, knocking him back and forth. Do you guys want to help him out?
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, joust-related crimes are up 10,000% from their all-time low of 0%.
Okay, yeah. So you guys approach Blake the Flayton as he's being knockout gamed, and he's saying, "Help, help!" What does he sound like? What is he? I don't know what he sounds like.
He just sounds like 1,000 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I say, ruffians, desist from your harassment of this young flayed man.
You see them. One of them just runs by and punches him again. He goes, "No way," and just like keeps punching him in the head. Or you could try roll persuasion though. Okay, yeah.
Oh boy.
Like, no way, man, absolutely not.
I would harangue you again to desist, but like honestly, just watching this right now is pretty funny. So I'm just gonna just hang back.
One of the thugs grabs Blake the Flayed Man's hand and just starts making him punch himself with his hand, and he's going, "Why are you oppressing yourself? Why are you oppressing yourself?"
Yeah, you guys keep walking through the city streets, going through some of the narrow crevices that Giuliano knows from his time being lord here, and you reach the portal. And the portal is all but abandoned at this point. Nobody has an Amtrak shard to get through it except for Pete. Cuomo has closed down the city.
Wait, didn't I get the Amtrak shard for
you
Pete?
You do, though,
yeah.
Yes. You have it, so nobody else does. But the portal is all but abandoned. However, strangely enough, all of this has taken place only within 17 minutes, as one of the self-driving Zeppelins created by Maloney and Tusk crashes into the second tower. You hear Cuomo go, "That was not planned. That one was not me," and it starts to fall on top of the second portal. You guys have to start running to it. So everyone roll athletics right now.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Matt and your dog, you're sprinting. You know danger when you see it. You know how to get to the portal. Felix, your Norkishness is not helping you here. What's going on? Are you tripping on your shoelaces? What's happening?
Yes. Yes, that is exactly
No,
what
no, it's not the shoelaces.
Arathor never learned to tie his bootlaces.
No, I know how to.
You just choose not to.
No, that's not the problem. Like, the shoelaces themselves are fine. I sort of like, it's the Bungalows Black City. Like, the streets are unpaved.
Absolutely.
And I kind of like trip on an uneven sidewalk.
Yeah. Giuliano's trying to usher you guys on as you're running. He's trying to help pick you back up, Felix. But the tower is collapsing. Matt and Will, you're basically there. But Felix, it looks like it might be... You might not make it until you hear the sound of a beautiful, beautiful anthem. As six, you think, perhaps? Jet-powered automatons, dare I say, magical jet-powered automatons fly into the scene, and what do they do?
Yes, screaming out of the sky is Boris and his 5 comrades, and he shouts,
Comrades! We will stop the tower! Get to the portal! Come on! Big Joe 1, Big Min 2, Big Hugo 3, Big Muammar 4, and Big Slobodan 5! Assemble!
And you see them just combine into a giant fantasy Voltron. And hold up this tower over the portal as it is collapsing around you.
Yeah. Felix, you're going to have a couple more athletics checks as long as he can hold it up.
Okay. I'm rolling again.
Fuck yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
wow.
That would have been very
born athlete.
It would have been a very weird thing I would have to figure out. Yeah, you make it into run and sprint. And what's Boris and friends, the Voltron? What happens as they run into the portal?
You see a wave of Cuomo's hobgoblin goons as try to start attacking them as the tower collapses around them and their giant metal mouth just on hinges in a Godzilla breath ray of Havana ray of sickness just engulfs the city as everything just collapses around them.
You hear the sounds of 1,000 tummy aches from the city, Black City, as you guys tumble out of the portal. The second you do, you're in the capital. Your long journey, reaching the destination you've been trying to get to for so long. The Amtrak portal, it deposits you into the capital station. The structure is ornate, it's gilded, and it's rich, too rich. It's putrid extravagance. And before you step out of the landing area, a fussy elf accosts you and affixes a mask to your head, or tries to. I swear, these Black City buffoons have no respect for the king. Please keep the mask on while you remain in the city.
I would like to argue with the elf.
Absolutely, go for it.
I have a medical condition. I can't wear the mask.
Oh, yeah, roll deception with advantage. He's going to maybe buy that.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, the elf's like, oh, is it Lyme? I'm so sorry.
Well, actually, I have this this really bad disease they just discovered. It's called middle heirs syndrome. And actually, like, they didn't really have the diagnosis for this when I was a kid, but you have to take Vivanzium serum, or else you can't focus on like spells or anything like that. And
that sounds awful. Sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. But part of it is that I have like low blood pressure and I need more oxygen than other people to just do anything.
No, that's
yeah.
I can't even believe that. I might have been cancelled if you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping me. No,
You're welcome. No, I'm happy I held you accountable. Do you have any pills, by the way, like tablets?
No.
Okay.
You two, do you have any diseases I should know about? Otherwise, you need to put on a mask. The dog.
I gave them my disease by accident.
Roll deception again. Fuck yeah. A 20. He's like, oh well, they don't look as sickly as you, but okay, I trust that this is true. And he goes to pet Shitfuck, and Shitfuck just like growls at this guy. Oh dear. And he backs away. So, well, enjoy your stay in the capital city, and happy January 6th.
A solemn January 6th to you as well.
And yeah, he sort of bristles at that. Yeah, you guys walk into the capital city. It looks like a brutalist enclave by the way of Mobius. It's like geometric and imposing, but it's sterile and like sort of strategically colorful with like weird like slices of paint. It looks very modern. There are hints of like old world Baroque architecture, but it's been like paved over by this like newfangled bullshit. It's like the streets are like newly ashlar slate, like that kind of like just like so pristine, meant to pave over the blood probably of your pillow men who died last year. The storefronts are all uniform, general store, armory, weapon shop, simple as. And there are 3 places, though, here where there's any remote flamboyance. It punctuates a sea of grays and smattering pastels. One is in the greenery. There's some greenery here. It's all magically, artificially developed and maintained by sapping the ley lines from the earth. The wealthy citizenry who have their porcelain mask and don their like finest ensembles, of decadent clothing. And finally, this epic, endless sea of 5 EG spires in the Alabaster Palace. If Fausti has eyes throughout Fredonia, the rest of his senses are here. So proceed with caution. Whatever caution you had in the Black City, here more so.
I hate the capital city. I can't stand it every time I come here. I mean, like the Black City should be the capital of the realm, in my opinion. But then again, then it would have all the capital dwellers would probably be living and working in the Black City. So scratch that idea. More than anything, I hate King Washington's monument because a lot of people think the Egyptians invented the obelisk, but actually it was the ancient Celts. The ancient Celts are the first people to use obelisks, and it was part of our the Celts were the first people to pierce the veil of the heavens and slip the serpents of the disc Earth, and visited the goddess Luna.
In this world,
and the ancient Celts were cuckolded by the goddess Luna.
It's completely canon in this world.
Yeah.
All this stuff is canon in this world. That is all 100% true.
The first pyramids were also Celtic.
That is also true. No arguing.
A Black City resident hears Will complaining about this and goes, well, actually, if you've seen Lin-Manuel's operetta about Hamilton, you would know that the Black City once was the capital. But unfortunately, if you heard the song, the vestibule where it happened, you would know.
I cast Stinking Cloud.
It was the result of a deal.
So
Cloud.
a Hamilton freak comes up to you and begins to correct your history on these things. And you immediately cast Stinking Cloud. He's just a citizen, so he can't, resist this, really. So he just starts hacking up blood and, just choking. You see rushing over to you a porcelain masked man who looks like a guard, but he grabs you by the shoulder, Volfil, and he says, you, come with me. And roll insight.
Black City,
Fuck yes.
1776 BC.
24. A 24 on insight. You see this man, he comes up to you, and with that 24, even though he's wearing the mask, you would recognize those wet, stingy eyes anywhere. It's Fair Joshagad.
Joshagad!
Oh my god.
Joshagad, you're here!
Shh, I'm trying to keep a low profile.
Oh my,
I've got to pretend to accost and arrest you. Come on.
Oh, your jests and minstrelries lift my weary spirit so much, Joshagad.
Of course. Come on. And he brings you over to sort of the side, and you see as you're walking through, he's leading you through this crowd of all these decadent people who with the porcelain mask, these decadent DC capital city citizens, and you notice that there are other people who look sort of like Joshagad. They're wearing a similar attire. It's this this sort of lavenderish color, similar to the thy pillow color. Correct me if that's not lavender. I think it is though. And they are sort of clearly a whisper network, right? That's meant to sort of be dotted throughout the city and down throughout all the crowds. And as Joshagad leads you away to a back alley where there are other pillow men there, pillow serfs there. And they gather you around. And Joshagad lifts his mask off his head. He's like, oh, Jesus, I can't ever sing in that thing, I tell you. How are you guys doing? How'd you guys get here?
Well, we took the portal authority. We used the Amtrak shard that I was able to retrieve from the smoking viscera of a giant rat corpse, or rather just the sort of conglomeration of several thousand rat corpses in some sort of cruel pantomime of the human form. Got the Amtrak shard, came through the portal authority, and now we are here to take back the realm. Patriots are in control.
Yes, this is great. I was able to find my way here after the Black City fell. But it's going to happen. It's going to go down. I have some of the men here. And you recognize some of them. You see Stinky is there. Pokey didn't make it. Ricky didn't make it. Flyman is there, but he has a cast on his leg. And he gives you guys a thumbs up. And Josh Agad sort of turns to you all and he says, okay, so if you guys still, even without Lindale, you guys still going to go after Fausti and the king?
I go after Fausti and the king with the name of Lindell on my lips. If it's my last breath, I will spit out the name of Lindell as I bring this cursed city to its knees.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want to me. You can call me right before a huge disaster and tell me not to go somewhere, and I'll do it, okay? You can do whatever you want. But the moment you start killing my best friend in the world, Lindell, that's when I start. That is when I'm ready to go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, we do this for the honor and for the lives of soldiers of the King's Realm and gendarmes of the King's Realm. But if any of them try to stop me from doing what I'm going to do, I'm going to fucking kill them.
Yeah.
You hear the shit fuck goes, "Arr!" like, which Matt you can hear as for Lindale, like, excitedly. And you hear Josh guy says, yes, I'm going to avenge my wife. Well, I'm in a polycule, the Clan Babbitt. And
Very traditional. I support that.
And when she died last year, our whole clan was just heartbroken that we could lose such our beautiful mother, our beautiful matriarch. Okay, if you're going to do this, there's two ways that we can go in. I'm going to give the signal soon to invade. When we do that, it's going to be crazy. So either we can go through the front, you guys can go through the front, we'll fight them off as much as we can, or you're going to have to find a side entrance of some kind. The side entrance, maybe less fraught, but you'll still have to find it. The front, you know where it's going to lead. It's going to lead you to the palace, but there's no guarantees. So, and you hear Stinky go, I don't know. It's just so dangerous. I don't know if we can do this alone without Lindale. I know, without Lindale.
I produce. So we have Stinky, Gad, all four of. I take out 6 Percocets or Perculeses tablets, and I go, no one, and I mean nobody in the world felt more of a loss when that awful creature killed our friend Lindell.
Yeah,
I had only known him for about an hour, but I could already really tell what was going on with him, and he was actually, I was the last person he ever talked to. He talked to me.
It's true.
But it is true. My words are the last thing he heard. But he was a special man. He was the type of guy who would go into a gaol and rescue 3 adventurers he had never met. He was the type of guy who would bring you into his special hangout that had no porcelain mask mandate and give you special tablets that you need because they're medicine.
Yes.
But how did he know he was that guy? You're not born going, oh, I can make the greatest pillow in the world. I can end the practice of pig pillows. I can change everything. No, he needed to find it in him. How did he find it in him? These. And I lift a tablet in the air, and I take one. And then I hand the remainders one to everyone, including the dog. And I go, let's find our inner Lindell.
Yeah.
Because he is not... I will not see him end his ashes. Together, we are brothers of the tablet. I will always be with you. And I take it.
For Lindale! And they all take the Percocets. For Lindale! Like Josh is the guy singing. Yeah, if you guys take the tablets, yeah, you all get 5 temporary HP.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How it works in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Charisma disadvantage?
Oh, no effect on your charisma. Oh my
no,
god!
it actually increases your charisma.
That's not been my experience.
Oh wait, no, I'm talking about the energy dust. It's a charisma multiplier. I gotta say, Lindell, his pillows may be soft, but his death has made my heart hard, and it can only be soothed with the blood of fellow patriots. And
That's
I'm
right.
like, I'm looking at these dupes, and I'm just like, all right. I mean, like this pike and spear fodder here. They'll be a good distraction for us. We're gonna do what we got to do.
Yeah, we amp these rubes up. Except for Gad, we love him.
Flyboy feels the perk hit, and he looks around and he goes, being in an alley with 4 brothers in arms who love you is so much better than being in a moat full of eels who are hungry as fuck.
I hate being in a moat full of sharks.
I couldn't feel you anymore, brother. Like, I don't do this shit for how many songs, how many bards say my name. That shit means fucking nothing to me. The amount of coins I'm given, I don't fucking care. I do this because it's real.
Yo, I just like, we're going to bring in our boy right here.